there. That's not what was on the script, I promise you. But they do good. Every year they do really good. So the next person that we have Miss Sarah McDaniel, and she's going to come, and she's going to speak for us, and then she's also going to sing a song for us when she gets, I think when you get at the end of it there. And I'll say, if you want to come on up, Miss Sarah, come on up. She's the pastor's wife. She's the pastor's wife down at Biloxi River.
Oh. When Sister Sandra called me and asked if I would speak at her ladies' meeting, I wanted to tell her no. I knew that the Christian thing to do would be say, I pray about it, and then tell my husband, don't we have something going on? And he's like, no, and she already texted me beforehand, so I already knew she was reaching out to you. So then I cried, and I called my mom, and she told me, do you want me to talk in this the whole time, or is this for singing afterwards? Talk the whole time? Okay. Oh, man, I got something to hold. Anyway, I called my mom, and she encouraged me to do it. And what I'm talking about is a very sensitive time in my life. I'm going to find a tissue right off the bat. So I hope this is a blessing and it makes sense and it's encouraging to somebody. As I was writing it out, I just thought of how much God has grown me from where I used to be. Anyway, before we get started, let's just go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, I pray that you would just calm my nerves, Lord. I pray that this will be a blessing to those who need to hear it, Lord, and I pray that you would just, your will would be done, Lord. Let me say what needs to be said, and if there's anything that you don't want me to say, Lord, I pray that you would just take it from my mind. Thank you for all these ladies that have come here, Lord, and for the opportunity that we can all gather together and worship you, Lord. Thank you for all you do in your precious holy name. Amen. There is nothing quite as refreshing as sipping on an ice-cold lemonade on a hot summer day. It's sweet, it's refreshing, it's a reward after a long, hard day's work. But do you know what would not be so refreshing? Just cutting a lemon and sucking on the lemon wedge. It's sour and bitter. It leaves you actually thirsty, begging for water. But sometimes life throws some lemons at us, and then we have to choose what we're going to do with them. We can either give it to God and let him make something good out of it. Theme verse is Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Or we can choose to sit in our bitterness, souring deeper and deeper into depression and misery. When my husband and I first got married, we've been married for almost 8 years now, we had planned on waiting just a few months before we started a family, got used to, living with another human being. Not quite as long as we had planned. It took a little bit longer for us to get pregnant than we thought. But about 11 months into our marriage, we finally got that positive pregnancy test. We were absolutely thrilled. We immediately shared the news with our family. I'm not one to wait. I'm like, okay, who do we have to tell first? We have to tell, his parents are in heaven, so I feel like my parents get to be the first ones. And then his aunt and uncle that are like his parents, and we're going down the line. Okay, you call your brother, and I'm calling one of my siblings. You call one of yours, I call one of mine. But there's 7 of mine, so I get 2 at a time. But we made so many plans. We argued over names. We just dreamed of what the future would be like. What would parenthood be like? But only a few weeks later, that joy turned to sorrow. As I experienced my first miscarriage. The doctors told us it is very common to lose your first pregnancy. And statistically, 1 in every 3 pregnancies end in miscarriage. We were brokenhearted. but we chose that we were just going to trust God with it. About 6 months later, we were expecting again. And again, so excited. But we were so nervous. We tried to trust God, but there's the back of your mind. You feel like you couldn't get completely excited. But still, I can't wait. So we again immediately told everybody. And as the weeks passed on, we'd get to the 8th week mark, then we get to the 9th, then the 10th. We started to relax a little bit. Around 13 to 14 weeks is considered the safe zone as the risk of miscarriage drops significantly when you enter your second trimester. But I was miserable. I was nauseous 100% of the time. I lived on broth and bread and crackers and sleep. And it was a miserable time, but I knew firsthand how precious this life was, and I did my absolute best not to complain about it. One Sunday afternoon, I was absolutely miserable. I couldn't keep anything down, and of course, my husband was worried about me. He ended up taking me to the ER, and I was severely dehydrated and given IV fluids. While talking with the nurse, she got to know my history and the fear that we had for the baby. So to give us peace of mind, she sent us up to have an ultrasound. I remember staring at the monitor, trying to make heads or tails of it. The very chatty tech a minute ago suddenly turned silent. She told us the doctor would be in soon, and she walked out. I don't even think Josh and I said anything to each other. We just sat there, frozen. Baby's heart rate was extremely low. The doctor told us to just pray for a miracle and schedule an appointment with my OB in the morning. So we prayed. My family and my mom's church family prayed. Our church was praying. We had people literally praying for us all over the country. Our former pastor, Brother Allen, and a few others actually literally came to the hospital, and we all prayed in the parking lot. And then he's like, well, we prayed. We're going to trust God. Let's go to Cracker Barrel. And I ate pancakes because that was the only bread that I could eat. But come Monday morning, we go in for the ultrasound. We fully expected God was going to give us a miracle. We were just so ready for it. We knew that everything was going to be okay. But come Monday morning, we go in for the ultrasound, and the tech just very matter-of-factly says, yep, no heartbeat. And goes on about her day. Devastated is an understatement. We were at an extremely low point. We'd only been married for a little over a year, and we're facing the absolute hardest trial either of us had been in. We could have easily fallen into deep depression and bitterness, and I'm not saying that there wasn't some of that. This could have drove a wedge between us before our marriage had even started. It could have. But praise God, because He gave us the support system that we needed. Through our church family, through my family, again, we had people praying for us and loving on us and supporting us. He surrounded us with an army of prayer warriors. Without all that love and support, I truly don't know how we would have gotten through it. Yes, we're not perfect. We did question God. Was He punishing us? What did we do wrong that made Him want to punish us like that? It wasn't my fault. I wasn't eating nutritious foods. I was just surviving. Were we not fit parents? Even though we didn't understand it, we still tried our very best to try to trust God. And we clung to each other. After all, I'm from Iowa. So when I got married, I moved 1,000 miles away from everything and everyone that I knew. And the South is a completely different world, by the way. So Josh was really the only person I had for strength and comfort. I mean, obviously, I had my new church family, but I mean, I'd only been there a year. It takes time to really build relationships. But through this, it really did help build relationships with the new church family. Through this time, though, God gave us comfort through scripture verses. If you want to, you can turn to these, but I typed them up so I wouldn't have to fumble through with pages. Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding." Philippians 4:7, "And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Lamentations 3:21 through 24 says, "This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him." Second tissue. He also comforted me through songs. Songs like "He Sees What We Don't." I still cannot sing this song in church without bawling. I'm going to attempt to sing it to you all in a minute. But that was one that God gave to me. My husband and I also sing a song called "The Potter Knows the Clay." And every time, I think, was it at camp meeting? We sang it, and I don't even think I got through the second verse. That's usually my verse to sing. And Brother Tim, after we got down, I basically just stood up there with the mic, bawling my eyes out as my husband sang. When we got back down to our seats, Brother Tim came over to us. And I'm sure there was others, but he's the only one I remember. And he gave us his big bear hug like he usually does, and he prayed over us. Camp meeting's still going on. Everything's still happening, and he's over there taking care of us. The last verse says, "Friend, I just came through that fire not too very long ago. And looking back, I can see why, and that God was in control. But on the hottest days, I cried, 'Oh Lord, isn't it about time?'" There's a lady in our church that wrote this song called "More Grace." Still, every time she sings it, I cry. She wrote it when she was going through something tough. And you can just feel the power of God behind her as she sings, that you know that it means something to her and it touches. I mean, if it doesn't touch you, then apparently you haven't been through something and seen God's grace firsthand. But the second verse, again, I don't know what it is, but second verse is, "My heart is so heavy today, and I feel like I'm breaking inside. But Lord, you know where I am and just what I need when all I can do is cry. But I know that his grace is sufficient for me, and it will always be there continually. More grace, that's what you give. Grace so I can make it through. Grace so I can live. More grace every day with every step I take, the trials I face. I know you're there giving me more grace." That was literally my prayer that I couldn't pray. I feel like every time she sang it, it was like coming out of my heart. There's so many more songs and scriptures that God would give me. They would be read. Hebrews 13:5, I think it was, somebody read. That was one of them. I would just melt to a puddle of tears. But over time, I found that my faith in God was increasing, and my relationship with my husband was strengthening. I was starting to see the growth. Talking about my heavenly babies, again, I'm not one to really be quiet about things. I need to get it out. So I would talk about my heavenly babies, and it made me realize that miscarriage was far more common than I ever thought it was. It used to be something that people didn't talk about. You would have it, and you'd suffer in silence. And I have no idea how anybody is strong enough for that. But talking about my heavenly babies just made me realize that I wasn't alone. There was a sense of comfort, not that I wanted other people to go through it, but it meant that I wasn't the only one. It meant other people have gone through this, and they somehow made it through stronger for it. I draw comfort from knowing my heavenly babies never experienced pain or sin or sorrow. The first face they saw was Jesus. I imagine them in my husband's parents' arms, rocking in rocking chairs. Anybody who knows my husband, he can rock a rocking chair across the room. So I just imagine his parents are the same way. And they're all up there rocking in heaven. Or maybe running around with our other loved ones who have passed on before us. I long for the day that I'll be called home. And greeted at heaven gates. But hey, Mama. But now, I'm on the other side of that trial. I still have some sad, bitter moments. I still cry. Obviously. I think that's all I've done since I've been up here. But God has sweetened that bitter time in my life. He's blessed me with 3 beautiful, healthy children. He's given me a joy through my grief, and he's promised that he's going to wipe away all my tears. Revelation 21:4 says, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." 2 Corinthians 1:3-5 says, "Blessed be God, even the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and the God of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. For as the sufferings of Christ abound in us, so our consolation also aboundeth by Christ." This is where I'm at now. God comforted me. He brought me through my loss and my trial and my struggle. And now it's my turn to do the same, which is the reason why I finally agreed to talk, because it was like, okay, why do you think you went through this? It's so that you could help other people. And as I said, miscarriage isn't something, I've gotten a lot of friends from bonding over this same pain that we had. When my sisters hear of somebody experiencing a miscarriage, they come to me and say, "What can I do to comfort them?" Do not say this was God's will. Maybe it was, but we don't want to hear that. You don't say, "Well, God just needed them more than you did." Because at the time, that is not what it feels like. And I still don't fully understand, but I know that now that I understand this heartbreak that I've gone through, I can help try to navigate others through the pain and the lack of understanding. Honestly, majority of the time when people are going through sufferings and pain, they don't really want you to say anything. They just want to know you're there. They want to know that they can hold your hand or cry on your shoulder. They want to know that you're praying for them, but they don't want you to talk. Some might. I did not. I still don't completely understand God's plan in all of it, but his ways are higher than mine. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." He sees the big picture of it all. He knew I was going to be standing here today, 7 years later, trying not to just run. But your lemons might be different than mine. Regardless of what your lemons in your life are, you still have a choice that you have to make. You have to choose what you're going to do with your lemons. Are you going to let God make lemonade? Or are you going to allow bitterness to take over? Sister Annette. My husband told me, he's like, do you want to go over and practice this song with her for last night? And I was like, it wouldn't make any difference. We're on a different piano, and I'm going to be just crying anyway, so even if we got the practice perfect, it ain't coming out that way. There are times in this life when fear is so heavy, the burdens weigh on your mind. You are weak in the knees, and no strength can you find. But just hold on, help's right on time. My Jesus is always on time. And though you may see a valley, He sees the mountain you'll be standing on. And when all you can see are the tears falling down, I'm so glad He sees what we don't. I've seen His children walk through the darkest of midnight. I've witnessed faith put to the test. I have watched as the storms blew in with the thunder, but in each trial He knows what's best. And I am so glad He knows what's best. And though you may see a valley, He sees the mountain you'll be standing on. And when all you can see are the tears falling down, I'm so glad He sees what we don't. He knows the end from the beginning. He looks ahead past the hurt and the pain to a place where the peace passes all understanding. He sees the sun through the rain, and though you may see your valley, He sees the mountain you'll be standing on. And when all you can see are the tears falling down, I'm so glad He sees what we don't. And I am so glad He sees what we don't.
Thank you, Miss Sarah. You did a wonderful job. I appreciate it. She's definitely sharing from her heart. Okay, we've got more door prizes we need to give away. What a great problem to have, right? So let's see if we can get the rest of them given away. Okay, 358, 398, 342, and 360. $364, $429, $337, and $376. Okay, 400, 380, 419, and 418. Okay, 417, 459, 370, and 326. Okay, 151, the child, 151, 150, 149, 157. Huh? Yeah. Well, I've got some more here. Okay, 159, 154, 153, and 161. How many gifts are still over there, Emma, for kids? Josie, come here, please. Oops. Would you get the yellow ones out for me, please, and put them here somewhere? Okay, we'll go back to adults then. Let's see, 350, 371, 319, 438. Okay. 401, 367, 388, and 452. $386, excuse me, 332, 316, and 451. Okay, 346, 382, 331, and 449. Okay, 454, 356, 327, and 453. Okay, 349, 368, 327, and 439. $365, $335, $393, and $381. $404, $406, $329, and $330. Okay, 445, 328, 392, and 361. Okay, 340, 389, 428, 383. $448, $422, $447, and $405. I'm sorry. I've already put them in the bowl over here. I'll try maybe. 405, 448. Yeah, I got 405. Okay. I need everybody to be a little bit quieter so they can hear when their numbers are called out. Actually, it's the end of my bow here. Okay. Okay, girls, I want to go when my number's coming up. I don't know. Okay, it's 354, 455, and mine, 374, and 333. You just put it on my bench over there. Okay, we've got, how many more gifts? How many children's gifts do we have? 5? Okay. Okay. This is going to be children here. Huh? 6? Okay. Okay, 158. 158 for a child. 158. 159 for a child. 159 for a child. 151 for a child. 149 for a child. 153 and 157. Right here, Emma, behind you. 157 is the last one. How many more do we have? Okay. They should have. Has every child got a present yet? Every child that's here got at least one? Okay. So this is just extras that we have, and we'll give them away. Okay. 152. 150. Is that the last one? Okay. 150. Okay. 160. 160. Okay. It's right here. I will in just a minute. Okay. 354, 455, 374, 333, and 446. Yes, baby. I called all the numbers. I don't know why they didn't. Huh? I don't know what happened, baby. I don't know. Who has not got a gift? Anybody has not got a gift, stand up. Sometimes they stick together, and I could have accidentally done it, you know, or somebody could have been out or something other too when we did this. Okay, so I'm going to start over now. on the numbers. Okay, 395. 351. 441. 436. 424. And 440. $449, $350, and $353. $445, $383, and $392, and $336. Okay, 328, 322, 390, and 402. Okay, let's quieten down so we can hear the numbers. Okay, 327, 346, 389, 331, and 439. How many more do we have down there? Are they multiplying down there? Okay. Okay, 408, 431, 371, and 338. $385, 408, 343, and 397. Okay, 426. That was upside down. 410, 332, 352, 323. I'm about to lose my voice, y'all. 407, 373, and 444. One more? Two more? Okay. 325 and 427. Okay, and so we have children's ones over there. How many? We have teens right now. Oh. Okay, if you are a teenager, I'd like for you to come down front, please. If you are a teenager. A teenager. How old are you, McKenna? Are you? Well, I know how old are you? Okay. If you are 18. Come on down front. I need you to line up, please. Let's see, how many do we have here? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you doing it, Elijah? Are you doing it too? Okay, I'm just making sure 10. Okay, 10. So how many gifts do we have over there? Y'all get nice gifts are coming, huh? Hopefully they're not. Just 2 times, I think. 2 times is all. Okay, how many children do we have over here now? Are there any more packages over there? All gone? All gone. All gone. Okay. Okay, I need everybody to sit down. It's a good thing it's coming to the end because my voice is going to be gone in just a little bit. But I do want to tell you again, I appreciate so much y'all coming out and being part of our ladies' meeting. We do it for our church ladies, but we invite other people just because we want you to come and enjoy it with us. And so I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've got some spiritual help, and I hope that you enjoyed all the food that we had here today. And if you want to tell some of the ladies that they did a good job or something, other you see them and know who they are, you feel free to do that. Because I think they all did an excellent job on the different jobs that they've done. And if you have not picked you up a soap yet, please feel free to go there and pick you up some soap because we ordered extras, and so, of course, we didn't have all the people that registered for whatever reason, you know, and so we got extra soaps over there. I know everybody's been waiting for the card bouquet, and so I think that they got it ready, and Miss Saylor there is going to draw out the winning card. Pick up one. Kathy Russell? I didn't know where it was at. There's huh? Okay, and that was over $300. That the card bouquet was over $300 of cards in there. And so we had some to come in after that bouquet was made, and so we made up a second one here, and so we just didn't advertise the second one, and it's for $100, and it's for $100, and so who's going to draw for this one? Okay. Okay. think that was really a good idea, having that card bouquet. And somebody asked me who my kids were. That's my third child there, okay? I couldn't find her earlier when they asked me. But a lot of people did a lot of different things. If I start naming everybody, I would be sure and leave them out. But there's a few special that did help me. And so I want to tell them thank you. And Shelley decorated in here, and she did a wonderful job. And we had the ladies that did the tables down there, and all that was just absolutely, it blew me away. It's so nice down there and all. And of course, Jill was doing all kinds of things for me, and just all kinds of things for the meeting. I can't even name them all. And then Lisa got the game together for me and everything. She did the coffee bar and all. And of course, Josie was doing all kinds of things too. And I couldn't have done it. I promise you, I could not have done it without all the help that I've had. Rhonda played the piano, and then I'm just very thankful. And for the ones that ran the sound back there, even though they're not in here right now, I'm very appreciative for it. So put in your telephones. You can get your telephones out now and put in the next date for next year as a reminder. It's going to be March the 13th next year. And so if you put it in your telephones, then we'll remind you in advance there, and then you'll know about it. But we will be sending out text again next year like we did this year. And I think that works really well. And so y'all, everybody be careful going home, and I'm going to pray, and then we'll be dismissed. Did you have something to say back there? He can't get a group together without having something to say. My meeting.
Move over. This is to our ladies. If you fix fruit salad or potatoes, any of the things that you help fix with food, if you want it, please go by the Life Center. We planned for 250 ladies, food for 250 ladies. And those that helped us, ladies that done special food, they fixed large volumes. So if you want that, please go by the Life Center and pick it up today, okay? If not, I can't guarantee you what'll happen to it, okay? So go by and pick it up, okay? Thank you for coming. Our men had great pleasure in serving you, and if you see one of them, thank them. They do it because they enjoy doing it, and because Miss Sandra threatens them if they don't, okay?
So bad. And ladies that did the tables down there, you need to get your decorations out. If you can do it today, it would be best if you did. Just completely clean up your table and everything like that, and you can take it back home to your house. And, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And we've been asked for a group picture, if y'all wouldn't mind. Where do you want them to get at? Okay, that's a good idea.
Let me say something else. While Sister Josie's getting you ready for a picture, if you'll give me your attention for just a moment, please. Let me have your ladies' attention, please. Now, I know y'all can talk and move and all that at the same time. Men can't do that, but we have revival services that start tomorrow. If you have a church home, we want you in your church home tomorrow. If you do have a church home and would like to join us for revival services, we'll start Monday night at 7 o'clock, and it'll go all week. Sister Kelly's husband, Brother Mike Ragland, will be preaching for us. It'll begin at 7 o'clock every night. If you've never heard Brother Mike, you need to come hear him. You'll be blessed, and that'll be all week long. If you happen to go to a church that just does morning services, we actually will have revival service tomorrow night. It'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and then the rest of the week at 7. So we invite you to come and join us. I kind of have a motto here that I'm going to treat you so many ways you'll have to like at least one of them. And so, we're thankful for you being here today.